Hello, citizens. Recoil here. I am pretty sure I'm a little bit sick. And not sick like sick, but sick like... But it is what it is. So, we're gonna just kind of make sure... We're just gonna keep soldiering on. And in the spirit of soldiering on, we are gonna go work on the 3D model for Ganbantain still. Because I had an idea, and I can't stop having ideas. It sucks, I'm aware. But it is, or like I said, it is what it is. So, let's get started. Once I remember buttons. Hello. Welcome to Recoil in stereo sound. So, the model for Ganbantain is almost done. One of the last things I did for it was, here we are. I redid some of the tech, or I completely redid the sword textures. Mostly because it wasn't textured before. So, for example, what you can see now, is you see all these black marks on the sword to make it look like it's like in an anime or some shit like that. That's all style, by the way. That's not something that normally happens. And so, one of the things that we can see that does that is using the solidify modifier. This is called using the inverse hull method. If I get rid of that inverse hull method, though, check it. We still end up with a large amount of black outlines for our model. And that's the kind of thing that I try to do with these types of anime models to make them feel more anime. What the hell? Huh. I think the way I have the alpha set up on those gems isn't entirely correct. Don't like that. Anyway, let's just go ahead and move on. Yeah, we really don't like that. That might be an easy enough fix. Hold on, let me do something. Let me do two things real quick. I don't like how much black there is on the edge of the... like right here. It's just a lot. So let's open up Ganbantain sword. AO. Yep. And then we'll just take this and we'll hit A, take this, and that is the wrong spot. Okay, easy peasy. We'll take this and then there we go. Now we end up with a slight black edge around the entire blade, and it looks decently cool. That's all we're doing it for, is to make it look cool, especially once it has all that extra trickery added to it. Now, to fix the gems, I think this one's actually a super simple fix. I think we're just going to take all of the gems. So, I think the big problem is that they're just missing their back face. So it doesn't have anything to project, like, against. And I think the solidify modifier goes through and adds that back face. Press Ctrl I to invert selection, boom. And that's me trying to be efficient, not necessarily a good thing. Also, music. We're just gonna listen to something completely different than my normal center. There we go. Alright, so now still see through the entire sword whenever we're looking at this gem, which is a problem. That is the problem. And that might be because of one of my material settings. And this could just be because of how I have sword set up. but at a to a certain degree. We might just have to accept that. I'm curious now. We take this and do the inverse hull method. L Alt E extrude. Basically project outward. We end up with the same issue. Alt E extrude faces along normals, extrude inward. Same issue. Yes. I got nothing. So what we're gonna do is they're just gonna leave the gems alone and hopefully I can figure it out later. I might have to make them a separate material so that way they work properly. Yeah, it's not uncommon to do that kind of thing. I was just trying to be efficient because I only wanted to drag one material to them. Which isn't a problem, it's just, eh. And like with how small these gems are, you wouldn't notice typically. And with the outline, you really, really don't notice. Anyway, moving on. Let's see here. What was the last thing I was going to do for this model? Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but he has a cape. Oh, it's spectacular. So what I want to do is I want to make the cape feel like it's been adventured with. Because this isn't supposed to be Ganbantane fresh onto the adventuring scene. This is supposed to be Ganbantane after adventuring for a little bit and building up his reputation and character and all that jazz. I would like to call it like mid-time skip as opposed to like post-time skip. So what we gotta do for him is we gotta go through and add some extra details down here to make the cape seem like it's seen some wear and tear. And also, if you look at the cape, there's a lot of blank space there. So I feel like it could really use either some iconography or some just detail lines. Nothing amazing, nothing spectacular. Capes are pretty typically not super duper like detailed, so I don't think we have to go too over the top with it. However, you know, I'm not so simple. So anything I can do to make this feel a little bit more special, the better. And the idea that I have right now is to just add some alpha masking to it to throw tatters in there. Because then I can get a little bit more crazy and detailed with it than I could if I was just trying to model it. I like Divide music sometimes, but like sometimes they just don't hit. You know? Let's go over. Montaigne. Yep, there we go. That's his Cape Alpha. So now what we're going to do is open up his UVs. For the Cape, and I didn't do anything special with this because I didn't feel like it. Let's be real. Sometimes you just gotta not kill yourself over all the details. Now what's gonna be super fun about this is I can actually technically use this for any cape that is similarly shaped. So let's get rid of those markings for now. And look at something that I would want to use as a reference. Hey Dooms, how's it going? How's Sunday treating you? Is it treating you alright? I'm detailing a cape. I think that'll be too big of a push. setting up capes to be shocked up is kind of a pain. Ah, I feel that. Parties in general are kind of a pain in the butt, especially if you're expected to be super active because it's your sibling's party. Let's see. Let's try just a little bit of trying to go too smooth. Let's see. Let's go there, there, there. It'd be fun as if I can kind of, you know what I should do? Instead. Congratulations, you're one of us. I know you're the same age as me, so that's not surprising. Let's try to make this feel like a fire. I feel like that'll feel, or I feel like that'll be cool, especially given the character's design. Yeah, so like you're slightly picking on you a little bit, but you are. That's the fun bit. You are old. But so is half. So are half the people here. Let's be real. So we're gonna start with that, 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 that. Luckily, luckily for me, my youngest sibling is only 1 year younger. So when they're old, and I'm old at the same time. I could not imagine having a sibling who's almost 10 years. So let's see. Now, what I should be able to do is take my paint bucket and blend like that. And then we can actually add more, or we can fill in all these extra little spots right here. God, I love having these tools. They're so fun. So, have you gotten a chance to play Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? I figured you'd be on top of that just because having watched Dragon Ball recently. Or was that Voiden that recently watched Dragon Ball? Hey Rev, how's it going? Is that face because you tried Dragon Ball and got, or Dragon Ball Sparking Zero and got your ass kicked too? Operative word there being two. As in, I downloaded it last night and returned it last night because I was getting my ass kicked. Uh, you guessed it, Monkey Vegeta. Not a Dragon Ball fan? Shame. Dragon Ball's a fun franchise in my opinion. And yeah, I'm a fan of it, but mostly due to Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I've tried watching it, like the actual series of it, like once or twice, and it's solid. I feel like there's a lot of stuff where there's some pacing issues, and I think that's why Dragon Ball Kai exists. And I think it's one of the things that the Abridged series does well is it helps fix the pacing. But I'm also a fan of filler arcs, so yeah, and that or I shouldn't complain that much. Okay, let's see. Save that real quick. See how that looks on the cape. Yeah. Uh, uh, image reload. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. Isekais are a fun genre, and I can see why they took over so well or so far. Wish that was a bit sharper. I have to apply a blur a little bit or increase the image resolution. You know what? Shock it. Let's do that. Double the canvas size, or double. Let's change this to 300. That should still be. Huh. Isekais are fun just because they're wish fulfillment. Eh. Hey, I mean, dude, filler arcs are if they're not taken seriously, can be a fun bunch of fun. That's my stance on them. Like, especially, I like the slice of life filler arcs. You know, the thing that shows you, hey, this is what your favorite character does whenever they're not trying to save the world. Oh, not beach episode. Oh, you were talking about me. Uh, no, not beach episodes. I actually don't give a shock about beach episodes in the slightest. Mostly because. Try and do this real quick. Nice and clean. I should do this. Fan service is here's the thing. Fan service isn't inherently a bad thing until it becomes too much. You're just having fun with all the different. You're taking all these things literally, ain't you? I can I can appreciate the puns. It's these other bits outside the puns where I'm trying to take you seriously before you make the pun that gets or makes me look like Bobo the Fool. I'm okay with being Bobo the Fool. That's why I'm alive. Come on. I think this is in fact the right thing. Ah, shock. I have to do, or I'll probably end up doing all this in vector. Well, enjoy your food, Robin. You don't have to sit here watching me. Come on. Be present in the moment. Oh, God.
Harry, baby.
Why? Oh, why? Hell yeah, that's what I want. Welcome to the bane of, well, no, continue being social. You cannot come here to hide from your ability to be social. Being social doesn't stop at just a little bit. You gotta be social a lot of it.
Well now, this calls for a celebration.
What up, Coach? How are you? I really gotta fix that Redeem song, don't I? Get it timed appropriately. Also, thank you, Coach. I know I might have mentioned it on Virus's stream whenever we were live, but you know, thank you for this, or thank you for the gifted sub. I appreciate that. Always looking forward to getting the point of getting closer to the sub goals of getting more emotes. Wait, do I not count as people now? Is talking to me not talking to people? Oh, God. Yo, fun. Did you have fun at the Pride Parade? Or are y'all winning? It's called Down and Under by Divide Music. I don't know what this one is. Oh, you're talking about from the Cat Redeem. Gotcha. Yes, it is the can. That one is the can. Right now, in case y'all have just walked in, is we're trying to detail Gonbontain's cape to make it look a little bit more tattered, and like it's gotten some adventuring use. Androids aren't people now. Wow, you will not be remembered kindly when the robot uprising happens. Sucks to suck, nerd. Dude, you gotta watch that episode of Star Trek where they put Data on trial to determine whether he's a person or not. That one like legitimately shaped how I view human android relations. It's great. Star Trek Next Generation is filled with episodes of that feel like that just kind of shape how I think and how I interact with the world around me. Highly recommend. But also, I'm a massive nerd, so like, keep that in mind. I'm a massive nerd who likes to wax all philosophical like he knows what he's talking about. When in actuality, nah. I'm just some bloke on the internet who just has a voice. Mate. We rule the automation world, that's about it. And that's like saying, don't people already rule the fast food industry? No, they don't. I feel like I'm gonna have to read. I feel like we're gonna be able to do this. Is that a quick question for everybody here. Do you guys consider yourselves gamers? Somebody said something to that tune while I was in Discord last night. Or like, they called themselves a gamer in Discord last night. And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't think I am a gamer anymore. I think I stopped being a gamer the second I realized I was never going to be anything in like a popular video game sphere. Like, oh, I'm not gonna get to gold in League of Legends, right? Not not even just because of like not even because of like the skill level, right? But moreover the time investment into it. Like, I got other stuff to do now. I feel like a gamer does not have that issue anymore. Like, they can sit down for 8 hours and do video games, and that's it. That's their whole thing. No, I'm not. I'm saying I'm not a gamer. I got other shit I want to do. I want to make art and 3D models and stuff. I can't be dedicating 8 hours a day to video games. I'm wondering who else is going to be coming to that realization where it's like, hey, I might not be a gamer anymore. It feels like a weird growing up type thing. And I don't know how I feel about it. Hey man, I'm an all-arounder. It is what it is. Plus, I know how to shower. So, like, there's that. Uh, I feel like the connotation of gamer requires a little bit more dedication to the games they play, right? That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not. There isn't inherently anything wrong with it. It's just like something in my brain clicked last night. It was like, hey, you haven't been a gamer for quite some time because you have other hobbies. And if you have other hobbies, you're probably not a gamer. Because you spend time on those other hobbies. You know? I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that might make me. I feel like coming to that realization hit a fundamental spot of my body, or mind, body, and soul. And it's like, oh no! Am I an adult? Ah! A well-rounded individual? No! Anyway, why don't I just do this? Shoot, done. And we can do this. And you wanna know what, actually, you wanna know what the real thing that spurned this on was? Get my ass kicked by a monkey. And then returning the game because I'm like, shit, man. I might be bad at video games. Shit. Sparking Zero kicked my ass, and I'm not afraid to admit that. It's kind of a shame. I was excited for it, you know? Like, I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, another Budokai game? That'll be fun. And then I'm sitting there getting my ass handed, but I got my ass handed to me before. Dude, I got my ass handed to me by regular Vegeta before Monkey Vegeta. That's the worst part. Like, I got to Monkey, I eventually beat regular Vegeta, but I've had to die like 4 or 5 times beforehand, and it just, that part sucked. And yes, I did get my ass kicked by Monkey Vegeta. Here's my bit for it. I'm not doubting like the just generic difficulty, because like, yeah, some older Budokai games, they just had a built-in layer of bullshit on them. And that's part of the fun.
Double rainbow? What does
then,
it mean?
I went... Me not being one to like resolve himself to just being bad at video games and then calling it a day. I went to the training mode to try and fix what I was or what wasn't working, right? And I had this issue where it wouldn't do some of the inputs I was putting in. Right? And that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Was sitting there and being like, okay, one of my problems is that I can't close a gap. What? Oh, there's a function to close a gap? Let me do that real quick. Why isn't it doing it? Why isn't it doing it? Why isn't it doing it, you know? And I don't know if it's just because of how I had the controls set up, or what? I'm like, ugh. I feel like if you're sitting there saying, hey, why do the controls feel kind of wrong? It's probably not great. Oh, pumpkin patches? What are you talking about? Pumpkin patches are comfy. Telling me that you're not comfy at a pumpkin patch? Did you not get some apple cider or something? Don't worry. We're only doing comfy streams until we go into GB4 later. At which point we're hardcore grinding for some parts. Actually, I want to see what there or not. I want to see how well my suit or my Gundam has done in the thingamadoodles. In the event, I don't think it did very well, so I kind of got there a little late. And frankly, I don't think anybody's gonna look at it and be like, "Oh yeah!" But you know, it is what it is. Also, 100%. Unnecessary Inventions is hilarious. I think, and you know what? Not only is it hilarious, it's really insightful for engineers. And I highly recommend it as an engineer, as somebody who's gone through an engineering course or two. It's like, you know what I mean? You need to know how to go through the entire engineering design process. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, out of idea. No, you can make stupid shit, and a lot of the time stupid shit will become cool shit. Also, yeah, gotta keep my jewels cool. How else am I supposed to prevent Turbo Granny from getting them? You're gonna bite into those, and then it's gonna be like biting into cold hard rocks.
Harry baby.
Yeah.
Harry baby. Harry
Wait till I start adding rarity stuff to them.
Harry
Eventually, I feel what I would like to do.
Harry
Actually, you guys want to see something? So you guys can look down below and see like there's a blurb about what's up with the cat saving now. And I can go over here and show you the like file for it all, right? Da, 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 da. Cat? Cat save your tracker. So we can see who saved the most cats, right? And so that's, which is gonna be fun because I can't wait to see who saves the most cats and who has like, who ends up saving cats using the cat, like, the
Harry baby.
I can't wait to see how this gets used. But also, eventually, I'm gonna start setting up Skitter as a bot, so you can put in a command and see how many cats you've saved, so you don't have to be like, hey, Recoil, open up the file. I'm curious. Oh, and if you don't know who Skitter is, Buen momento. What up, squirrels? Yes. Now you just get to sit here and save points until the next stream. Oh! Why would I stream at midnight? Open. Skitter is a little bot I designed, by the way. You guys will love him. He's great. Love him. He's my favorite. He's my little guy. Now you might be looking at him and being like, hey, why is he named Skitter if he has no legs? Well, because I took off his legs, because I was trying to do a thing. But he's just a little guy. He's great. I love him. I'm gonna start trying to figure out how to do stuff with him to make him a nice, fun time. But I don't know what I'm doing with him yet, so like that's the idea, is we're gonna try and pull him into the stream stuff. Also, the reason I did the everything is being thought out with the cat saved, by the way. Because like you can't save too many cats, otherwise you would just sit there in one you'd sit there and save one cat in the or all your cats in one stream and then it'd be done. It'd be weird. Dude, have you not seen the list of throwables I have? Hold on. I have, first of all, I have a massive list of throwables. I was gonna throw a Cyndaquil in there, but I couldn't figure out how to get the texturing to work properly. We got Oreos, we got, well, that's not my stuff. We got a whole list, we got the entire cat list in here. We've got a whole bunch of Metars. We got like, we got a stack of cash, we got a $1 bill, we got a $5 bill. We got a handful of Lego. I need to make more pieces. I actually don't use the defaults ever. And then we got all these things in here. So a pan, a chair, a pie, a Nerf dart, chocolate chip cookie, the pan nuke, the soda can, and 3 different Dino Nuggies because, of course, they're fun. It's great. I find them to be one of the best things to just like practice 3D modeling with. Yeah, that I'm surprised you remember that. They all have the exact same polygon count, and I don't know how. I don't know how I did it, but they do, and it makes me so happy. I do feel like it would be fun to make like a shotgun pop up on screen and then shoot like pellets at me. That might just be because of the new shame or like the new emote that my younger sibling put out with the where is it? I think I put it over here in this. God, they really do stellar work with these. Oh, so you're an Imager fan too. high caliber sitting here with a shotgun. Just shame. Thought we were going to be able to do this for fun. No. I still need to fix this helmet. What was I doing? Right. We're tattering up a cape and making it look like flames because that shit should be cool. And thematic, because this guy's whole theme is Phoenix Flame. I have a question for everybody in chat. How long do you think it should take for a 3D model to be made for a character for V2? Like, if you were to go through and commission one. 2 years! And you were generous with the time then, because I'm sitting here at month 2 with this model, and I'm thinking that I'm taking too long. That makes me feel so much better. Oh. 3 months? See, that one's actually, I feel like that one's a closer run of it, you know? Okay, why don't I just control hue, saturation, luminosity. Yeah, whatever. I wish I could set up a set of emotes that works like that, but I just don't know what I would do it with. Let's see. Apply. We're gonna do this with red real quick, just so that way I can actually see it on this monitor. Lip. Son of a bitch. That would be a pretty solid one. Oh, no, not the squiddy. The squiddy squat. There we go. Alright, everything's on the inside of the boundaries. We're good. Come back over here. Saturation, luminosity. Dude, I like the sound of the Noir General Gundam. That one sounds rad. To be fair, I'm a bit of a sucker for noir styled stuff. Alright. That looks a fair bit better, and I'm okay with that. I feel like it's not only going to get so sharp, that's a problem, but like, also it's the details on the edge of cape. Who cares? It is what it is. Let's turn that off. Okay, so after this one bit, we're gonna add a couple more tatters along the edge to make it look like it's on fire. We'll see here. Let's grab this, grab our pen. Ooh, that's bad. That sounds like it'll be a bad, sounds like it'll be a pain in the ass to deal with. Not in a bad way, but like. Let's see here. Shit. Why is drawing fire so hard? It shouldn't be. It's fire. Actually, the real reason for drawing fire being so difficult is because it has to feel like it's a liquid, essentially. But in a very specific way. Yeah, this is for the Twitter drawing I did. Because I don't do, as many of you would know, I don't do commissions. Because I don't need them. And so this guy's character design is basically just an adventure. I don't need commissions? You know something about my I don't typically do commissions. The big thing with me and commissions is that I have to feel like it'll be a cool thing for me to do. You're not wrong. I have done commissions in the past. It's just not my normal modus operandi, you know? Which, if you didn't know, is what MO stands for. Let's see. Now, connect these vector lines. Shloop, 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 shloop. Try to make sure it's all one line. All right, so I gotta connect this line. Got it. The thing with me and commissions, aside from me just not really needing the money from it, I don't think. Sadly, I feel I am in that realm of camp of, oh, I don't think my work is really worth it. You know? Finally. I know it is, because I've seen so many people out there whose work is much worse than mine. Pat myself on the back here. Just, you know. But that's a confidence issue. A confidence issue which I should be over by now, but I'm not. And it just takes a lot of work to fix that. It also lets me be selective. Yeah. Okay. Dude, adding boobs to a mech is not hard. You get the tail, and then you put two of them on the chest, and there. They're great. Come on. That's how I did it, anyway. It's not something I typically would do, just because I don't see a point in putting poop on Gundam or on giant robots. But it's still fun. Let's try pinching that a little this way. And I don't like that. One of the fun things about vector lines is you can just get all these points that right. Ah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it is a bit of a pain to get them properly positioned so that way they don't feel weird. Well, doesn't the torso have like a torso left and a torso right thing, and then you can just add them on as a pair? I feel like points. That's how I ended up doing a lot of stuff like that. I feel like this is not going the way I want it to. Yeah. So I had a couple control points right. Oh, I taken that. There we go. Yeah, that I dig that quite a bit. All right, now we got to redraw this so that way get thinner at the points and thicker at the bases to help add to that flame effect. I don't know what it is about streaming that makes the gnats fly around my face. I think they just want to, I think they're just villainous little gnats that are trying to disrupt the stream. Let's see. Let's grab this section. Dude, the MG parts in Gundam Breaker 4 are so goofy. You gotta admit that. I love them, but like they are pretty goofy. There's a gap. Yeah, so we start with the red right here to make it, to see if we can identify any gaps. Sometimes we do, and it's great because then we can get rid of them. But sometimes we don't, and it's just like, oh, beans. You know? Like, I think I'm gonna need to add some more red around all these edges. Frankly, I think I can do just by doing this. Dude, if she can't launch properly, you do not want to have her out on the field. Let's see here. Is that for area scaling? Uh-oh. 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 Dude, I find the master cloth to be so funny. I don't know why. It's just I don't feel like it should exist as a weapon, but it does, and it's great. I love it. I love the idea that Master Age is just coming out there and beating people with a towel. Dude, did you, that's like the first thing I was concerned about whenever I started looking at people with whips and making very booby Gundams. Like, come on. You mean to tell me that wasn't thought number one? What does this tell about me? Let's see here. Let's see that. And then image, reload. I don't like the way this doesn't. I'm gonna have to link these two, aren't I? Like, this does not feel like it would work very well. I don't know what I was thinking there. I don't know why I didn't think to just connect them. It wouldn't even be very hard. I would just come over here, grab my pen. To be fair, I feel like ain't it great whenever you can get people to tell on themselves without realizing they're telling on themselves? Like, I did not apply any pressure to this, gamer. Come on. Nobody forced you to talk about your dominatrix Gundam. It is what it is. Don't worry. You'll only receive mild ribbing from me. I feel like I changed this now to make it more so that way this comes in. Like so. Exactly. You told on you. Here it is. You played yourself, my dude. I said it sounded cool. But yeah, I feel you. It is a fun design, and I feel like Or that does seem like it'd be a fun design, just for the sheer fact of it having so much going on with it. Let's see here. Connect these now. Disconnect. I swear to God, sometimes I don't understand how this vector connect tool is supposed to work. Whatever. We can fix that. We have the vector control tools like so. So we cross that, and then we do this. That should make that connect so much easier. Really? Okay, whatever. Does not matter. I feel like we need to have one spot up here real quick that does this. Like, there we go. I feel like that'll be a cool little bit right there. Okay, yeah, that works. Totally, just collapse it like so. Simplify. Welcome. This is the biggest problem I have with these vector lines. I get so in depth with the controls of them. Really, really don't need to. Deja vu! Shit. Hey Doc, what's up? I wish there was a better way for this fire. Ugh. So let's see here. I'm gonna do that. He coming fast. Yeah, what PS1 files are you going through? Because did you know that one of my favorite sites, models resources. Because if you're going through and grabbing your models from here, first of all, you can just sort it by PlayStation 1 files. All right, but on top of models resources, they have a sounds resources too. Like, I know you can't see it because of the cat save icon right there, but you can go over here and get sounds from the PlayStation. Now, they don't have nearly as many sound effects as you want, but like they do have stuff. In fact, I went and grabbed the like Spider-Man PS1 sound effect for breaking glass. It's kind of great. the hell's Linda Cube? Wait, isn't that one of the games that you've been playing recently? I have to adjust the, I might have to bring the bottom of this down just because of how I've drawn some of these flames. Like, sorry. That sounds like it's going to get a lawsuit from Nintendo and well, no, Capcom's pretty chill actually.
Hail to the king.
Hi, Moirai. How's it going?
Harry baby. Harry baby. Harry baby.
We are...
Harry baby.
We're trying to get this thing to look like it's on fire, or this cape to look like it's on fire.
Harry baby.
I don't really know how to do that, aside from making random curves using a vector tool and then just trimming it. Trimming it, playing with it, and making it look... Playing with it until it is a mess. John Bontaine's cape, because I feel like a tattered edge on an anime cape is needed. Like, if you have an anime cape and it doesn't have a tattered edge, something went wrong. Or you're brand new. Which is a different thing. And he's not supposed to be brand new anymore. I feel like adding a couple more patches like so is gonna... See, and I like using... I was doing it using a normal brush. But then I thought, well, vector lines help me connect everything and make all these sharp points feel sharp and pointy, you know? Actually, that kind of goes hard. Hold on. Switch that to a corner. I mean, that would make my life easy. And do I look like I'm in the business of making my life easy? No. Come on. Imagine making things easier on myself. What kind of artist would do that? I feel like this part should actually be that. Put it that way. Put it. Dude. Dude, I sat in I completely forgot when we were supposed to be doing our Digimon thing. I thought we were doing it last night, and I was so ready for last night to be the time where it's like session 1. And then I looked at the date, I was like, oh, it's the 12th, not the 19th. Oops. Yeah, I went back and read messages, and I was like, oh, I'm a dumbass. Hey man, I'm down with being Bobo the Fool. I just gotta know that I'm being Bobo the Fool. Alright, time to swap time to swap into some corns. Dude, I feel like it's just gonna be fun, and after that one battle combat scenario we had, I'm just excited for it because it feels like it feels like I might have accidentally broken my character. In like in the fun way. In the way where, holy crap, I can do this? I'm getting away with this? Who said this was allowed? And then it's like Zeno who's sitting there like, yeah, this is allowed. Zeno said I could get away with it. Oh. Like, how am I allowed to have a 5 in charisma and just roll 5 extra dice for whatever the shock I'm rolling? It's great. It feels broken in my favor. Which is all which isn't that all we ever really want? The game to be broken in our favor. Oh joy! This is gonna be a fun one. Honestly, I kind of was figuring that was what it was going to be, which is fine, and I think it'll add fun to the party dynamic. Especially since we're going to be kidnapped and put into the virtual world, right? So it's going to be very apparent very quickly, oh, he's not cool. He's all talk and bluster as opposed to, actual badass. And if you think I'm not going to throw in the line, please don't hit me, I bruise easily, to him at some point. It's going to be great. Jack Spicer has got to be one of the greatest cartoon villains of all time. I'm just saying. Whoever whoever was voicing him, whoever created him, they must have had a great time doing it all. Hey Moira, I feel like you might be able to explain this to me. Why does it sometimes the connect vector line works and sometimes it doesn't?
Harry baby.
Hey Zeno.
Harry baby.
Did you hear we were talking about Digimon and you were like, I must come.
Harry baby.
I must explain the things.
Harry baby. Harry baby. Harry baby. Harry baby.
Pain. Whatever.
Harry baby.
Xeno really just wanting to be one of those people who gets the free sub, ain't he?
Harry baby.
Shit, man, I'm down. That's the whole point. Yes, you have your dailies. We were talking Digimon. And I was explaining how I was like, or I really like how I seemingly have created a character, or a Digimon in particular, who's kind of busted in like the fun way. Busted for me to play with, and not like in the ooh, it doesn't work kind of way. Yeah, I saw the medalist Greymon, you bastard. Why'd you? He's defenseless now. You know he's going to be ripe for the predators, right? How does it feel to be a bastard who unmetals great Pokemon or Digimon for the sick joy of seeing what happens in the wild? Fair. What the hell happened here? Hold on. Sup, Daku? I'm burning a cape. So, this model for Ganbantane has a cape, and he's an adventurer, right? And so I felt like if he's an adventurer and this is mid-time skip, his cape should have some tatters to it. And on top of that, he's fire themed. So we're trying to make the burns feel fire themed. Because I thought it'd be cool. Other than that, we're talking about Digimon. Like, because Xeno is GMing a Digimon campaign with me, Doc Irving, and Moirai. And that kind of stuff. Ember isn't here. That's why he was forgotten. Ah, man, you might just. The delay probably wasn't that big because as soon as I saw the message, I got hit with the Lego. You might just need to refresh your stream. But if you do refresh this stream, you might get hit with an ad. So, realistically, you don't need to, aside from just knowing, hey, Digimon are rad. Dude, to me, that's just how my character's going to be built. Gonna constantly be hiding behind a wall or a bush or something and being like, hey, hit them! And then my Digimon's just gonna be like, alright, let's do it. Smack. And it's gonna be great until the inevitable future bit happens where it's like, oh, wait a minute. This is why he's going on a wild streak. Actually, hold on, Mac. What do you know about Pokemon? Because this could kind of help, because knowing about Pokemon and comparing Pokemon and Digimon is actually a really interesting thing. Because, especially if you've ever watched like the death battle of Digimon versus Pokemon, where it's Agumon versus Charizard, or Wargreymon versus Charizard, they're completely different power systems and like dynamics between the Pokemon and Digimon relationship, right? So like where Pokemon are like pets, Digimon are more like people. So you can't keep a Digimon as like a owner, right? It's more of a, hey, I'm your personal trainer who's here to help you get stronger. And it's a really interesting thing, especially from like a tabletop perspective. From a gameplay perspective, they kind of do end up mirroring each other, but like not in ways that you would expect. Yes, there it. Yeah, so like hold on. I'm gonna pull up my character sheet for this. There we go. Which I haven't updated because Xeno keeps pulling out new ass sheets from the different things and it pisses me off. So the way the tabletop works is you get a human character that you can play as, which my human character's name is Jack Spencer. Not evil boy genius, he's just... I liked the idea of having a character who was all talk, no substance, right? And Jack Spicer was a very good fit for that. So his entire thing is he's really good at selling you a can of bullshit. But then he runs away, but then he's gonna run at the first sign of trouble. Which has inadvertently given him several abilities that are like, hey, he's good at directing things and telling other people what to do, right? Which is fantastic for me, because the way the Digimon works is whenever the Digimon is in combat, your trainer is acting, or your tamer is acting as like a support in a video game, right? They're not actively in the fight most of the time. At least that's how most of our party was, right? At which point, we then start talking about the Digimon, which, look at this little water balloon. It's great. I love him. That's not who we really interact with, though. We interact with this guy, Monodramon. And this would be like the first level of a Digimon. And so, he's kind of stupid and buys the bullshit wholesale. But as he gets... I've actually developed this whole Digimon evolution line. But as he gets up into like the upper levels, so by the time he's going to be Strike Dramon, which is the... Like this main line right here is what he's going to be. Like that's my main thought process for this line. So by the time he gets into Strike Dramon, he's going to start looking at Jack and being like, you don't know anything. You're a bitch. I don't think I should be listening to you all the time. And by the time he's Cyber Dramon, he's really going to be like, screw you, I'm off. I'm doing my own thing. It's going to be great. Anywho, that's its own thing. And then by the time that he's Justimon, he's like, okay, I can see what you're doing. I kind of get where you're coming from. We can work together on this. And then they fuse to become a Power Ranger. It's great. Digimon is weird and fantastic. No, that's just it. That Justimon is supposed to be whenever he has his character development. Because I think Justimon is supposed to be a biomerge Digivolution. Yeah, that's another fun thing, Nak. Digimon and humans can fuse. Yeah. How will it get from A to B if there's like no version that looks like that, the progression? Well, that's just it. Digimon evolutions are weird. Yeah, hold on. Let me just look up an actual like Digimon game. So this is a Digimon toy. This is like the Digivolution lines from the Vital Bracelet series, which is like a Fitbit with Digimon in it. It's actually really cool. Anyway, so this is like the standard one it comes with, right? It's great. So what happens is, like, these are pretty straightforward, right? And so this guy can become this guy. So, Pulsemon can become Bulkmon if certain conditions are met. However, if certain conditions are not met, then they turn into this guy. And okay, you can see the through line there, right? But then you get some weird shit where it's like, hey, this guy can turn into this guy for no reason. It's fantastic. They just sort of they have random evolutions in there. It's weird. I love it. Like, I'm trying to find one that has a weird, like a very odd, very, very, very odd one. And the only one I could think of would probably be the Agumon EX series. Yes. So, Agumon, this guy, typically goes into this guy, who then goes into this guy, who then goes into this guy, and that all kind of makes sense, right? But he can also go from this guy to this guy to this guy to this guy, which makes no sense. It's perfect. I love it. Yeah, because what it is, it's like programming. Well, we were talking about Digimon Tabletop because I'm playing a character in a Digimon Tabletop, and this was the evolution line I built out. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can go backwards too. Like you can go from Hyandramon back down to Monodramon, back up to Justamon, back down to Monodramon, up to Mamemon X. It's wild. Like one of my favorite lines is Gilamon, right? And in the show, what ends up happening is that Gilamon, this guy, ends up digivolving all the way up to this thing, which it all makes sense. It looks badass and it kind of makes sense. But the reason that he evolves into this guy is because he's kind of like forced into that evolution, because it's like the tamer was sitting here like, you gotta be stronger, you gotta be more vicious, you gotta be, yeah. And then by the time he turns into this thing, he's basically a monster. And the tamer's like, oh shit. Maybe I shouldn't have been trying to force my friend to do something, or to be something he wasn't. And it ends up like devolving back down to regular Gilamon, and then fusing with the human to become this guy. I love it. Oh yeah, Megidramon is badass. Oh yeah, no. Digimon is hilarious. I love it. It's cool, so you can go murder. Oh my god, it's great. Also, there's this one, which just appeals to me on a spiritual level. His name is Toyagumon. I love him. Great. Dude, there are so many good Digimon designs, and also so many terrible Digimon. Oh. Digimon are fun. Like, oh look, it's a cute Pokemon ripoff. And then then this thing turns into an angel. Where's the cat? Where's Gatomon? Which turns into... Oh my god. Lilith... Oh, we want to talk about Lilithmon? Check this one. That's just a whole ass person. No, it's a Digimon. It's like Persona. They could have done some other designs, I feel like, that would have made it feel more like a creature as opposed to be, you know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's the other fun bit. Is it Shoutmon new? Shoutmon looks hilarious. Look at him. He's got headphones. He's just sitting there vibing. You know, it's funny to think about. I feel the same way about like Miles Morales and such. They're not new, but they're not old. They also just keep making Digimon. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's right. That. Hold on. I like that ultimate. What's you Digivolve into? Next form. Shoutmon, King version. Next form. Omni Shoutmon. Oh, that's rad. I don't know. You just have to figure it. There's probably a way. Okay. Oof. Hold on. Brain got off track. We were supposed to be coloring in flames. So that way a cape can burn. Or that's what we were supposed to be doing, right? If you're new to my streams, that might be a There we go. Let's flip that now. Then come back down here and fill it in with red so we can see where gaps are. Dude. Congratulations on finishing your social obligations. We are proud. Welcome back to the world of the internet where we're talking about Digimon and painting flames. It's like we haven't progressed past 5th grade. Hey man, sometimes I can be self-aware. And then get back on task, only to come back off task where we can continue talking about Digimon and how weird they are. And just how fun, they are just fun little guys, right? Love the internet. We love the being able to come back here and talk about Digimon and just fun little creatures they are. And then, once this, if this flame effect looks pretty solid on the cape, we will move on to Gundam Breaker. It's gonna be great. I wish there was a decent Digimon video game to play. At least, like, in the way that... there's nothing to be afraid of? Come on, what are they gonna do? Just take over your computer? I heard it was. No, because this is supposed to be Cape Tatters. This is supposed to be Hold on, I can actually show you in a minute. Might need to pop off for a second, though, because I might need to perform some quick internal diagnostics. But you don't like the idea of something that it's basically just Mega Man EXE, honestly. Or is Mega Man EXE? Wait, is Mega Man EXE just basically a Digimon? Oh my god! I mean, he does get a bunch of different forms that are weird. Oh wait, Battle Network Mega Man might be a Digimon. I love that. I love that thought. Hold on. Oh yeah, he has to be legally distinct somehow. All right, let's see how that looks. I don't dislike that. And I think as far as like a nice little detail in there to make his cape not feel so plain and boring, we can now toggle everything else on. Yeah, tie that together with everything else that we've done with this model. Boom. Looks great. So I think that'll be the final touch that we need for this model, and then I'm just going to rig it and we're going to be cool. Now, so saved, close, file, save as, file. Cool. And while Gundam Breaker 4 loads up, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. Felt like... What the hell? One of the parts about having an android body is you gotta sometimes take you gotta take some maintenance
In a not
steps
so
sometimes.
distant future, the Gunpla Battle Simulator has
Yes.
undergone many
Otherwise your
iterations
hands stop
in its
working.
history, and as
It's terrible. Actually, does transitioning to Gundam Breaker seem like a fun time to everyone? Or would you like to see how an actual model gets put together after it's been made? Because I'm down for both. Mostly because if I get done with Ganban's model, that's just something off my plate, and then I can do other stuff with clear mind. Oh wait, shit, background over there is a different color. Hold on. We might need to go investigate that. One moment. Let's turn off this music real. Also, I should probably update the stream. Category: Gundam Breaker 4. Okay, there we go. Hello? Controller's not plugged in. I swear, this controller has been weird lately. I don't know what happened. I think the batteries might be done. Alright, let's see what's up over here.
Yes, sir.
Your entry into this event will be complete when you upload a Gundam. Alright, yeah, I've already done. Oh, it's just explaining the event. Theme, make a gunpla on this theme and make a splash. They really kept this event. They really kept this event vague, didn't they?
actually,
If I learned something about other builders, it's important enough.
I
Yeah.
see.
Basically, we're going to be looking through the good builds that everybody's done. No, wait, that looks rad as hell. That must be the number 1 right now. He loves to see what's going on. Okay, so let's be realistic. We are not going to shoot anywhere near this top, like, we're probably not going to be anywhere near the top 1, so I'm not going to get a special title. As much as it would be nice. I do kind of want to see what is currently, like, the top front runners. You also want to see what if mine has... I've gotten 2 thumbs ups! Let's go! I'm not surprised, honestly. As far as basic gunpla goes, mine's up there with pretty basic. But it is what it is. Let's see here. Let's see who has the most. Holy! Look at this thing! Does this even count anymore? It looks like it's a mech wearing a mech. That's... Ooh. That's a bit over the touch. Ooh, wait, I kind of like this one. Barbados Astray. Finding the... I feel like the Gundam Barbados is a solid... The Gundam Barbados plus the Astray is just a solid mix. I don't know about the little horn on the top front, but I do feel like they integrated it. I like the color scheme on this one, but something about it just does not grab me the way I think that they do. You know? Also, what are those arms? I keep seeing them everywhere. I don't know what they are. Gundam Live Lance Heaven. Hey, gotcha. The Arising Burning Gundam. Well, shit, that's just the one I wanted, or that's basically the build I wanted to do. Kinda mad about that, honestly. He stole my drip! Except kinda did it way better. Shit. Shit! That is so much better. I love it. And then this is just... That's just clean. I dig that. Can't you, though? Can't you? You telling me this doesn't feel like a protagonist suit? I want to know how they did that thing on the right or on the right hand. A Rising Burning? Honestly, yeah, they kind of did. But they did it better. And I'm mad that they did it better. But also, like, not mad because, like, it's cool. Yeah, but not in this game. Also, like, look at all the panel lining they did on it. They did such a good job. I don't know how... Something about the face... Like, I get that it's a regular Gundam face. I think it's just supposed to be a regular Amazing Red Warrior. Like, I don't think there's anything spoof about it. I think this was just, like, their attempt at it. And frankly, I'm not as annoyed by it as I probably should be. Because I just think it's a really well executed model. But I'm kind of up there with Reload, where it just doesn't feel like it should be it should be what you enter. Hey, that's hilarious. I don't know what that is, but it's hilarious, and I love him. And where the hell did they integrate the soldiers? Like, look at that. It's supposed to have 2 soldiers in there. Where? Where did they put them? Are they the eyeballs? That's the only thing I can think of. They're the eyeballs. Wait. It's supposed to be the Shiki. They didn't even use the Yushiki. They used just regular Gundam head. I like the way they use the texturing for it. I don't like the head at all. The head pisses me off. Know what I mean? Like, I feel like there were much better ways to execute a Spider-Man style head than entirely scratch building it. I do like the overall build of it. Like, I do feel like it works really well. Yeah, the short torso feels weird, but I think they did it that way just to get the like hunched over pose that they could get with him, you know? Which isn't a bad thing, I just think it's not great. That one's just pretty. I like that one. I think I've seen a better Spider-Man. Is it not entered? I don't feel like it has been. I kind of wish you could make it so that way, I wish you could make it so that way they didn't have 2 arms. Why is the Gundam Nadale arm the one that you would use for that kind of thing? I think they How do you think they managed? Like, I think that might be something to talk about whenever edit break is done. It's like, I feel like some of these tackled it incorrectly and made just like dioramas, but like model kits. Like, don't like the ones that I'm up there with Reload on The Amazing Red Warrior. Like, that's just straight up one that already exists. You didn't make that up. It's just Little Red Riding Hood. Wait a minute, I love it. Okay, that's clever. Isn't this just Imperial Dramon? I don't think that... I mean, I guess, yeah. Imperial Dramon... Shit. We can't leave Digimon alone, can we? We're just always stuck talking about Digimon and Imperial Dramon, aren't we? I hate it. I love it, but I hate it. The hell are you supposed to be? I feel like this should be Kirby, but I know it's not Kirby because Kirby doesn't skate. No, that's rad. Snowball? Is that what it translates into? Oh, it's probably supposed to be some weird little bird. Herb. Also, aw, look how cute she is. Oh shit, she's back in heat! So, but do you think protagonist? Do you think let me make a protagonist from another series, or do you think let me make something that looks like it would be something a protagonist? Also, why does I get the feeling that this one? Oh, that's hilarious! I don't know why. I think he's so cute, and look at him. He's just trying to fight. He's like a little peasant farmer guy. I like him. I'd root for him. Anybody here into Final Fantasy? We got a black mage. It's actually a really well detailed black mage too. I like him. Feels like what if a Tonberry was a black mage? Holy shit! Wait, that's just Pat labor. I can dig that. I can dig that hard, actually. That's great. I do think it is super fun to just see what other people... I just like seeing all these different ones. It's good. Creativity. Ooh. Ooh. I think the shield's a little bit chonky, but I think it's well made. What the hell is that shield? Photon armor shield. Nifty. What is wrong with this thing's head? It feels like it's a GM cosplaying as a Gundam. It's just, he's trying to dress up like his hero. Look at him. You know, there's much easier ways to get the Gundam aesthetic, right? Of just using the Gundam parts. Oh, that's chonky. Don't dislike it, but that's chonk. I hate to break it to you, bud. Somebody already did Imperial Dramon. Alright, but we stand 0, so like... Shit, now I want to make Mega Man X. You know, I find it really interesting how much the good builds go, or like how much disparity there are between some of these good builds. Like, I feel like this deserves way more attention than it's getting. But it's not getting it. Meanwhile, if we go back to the top, I think this is just because I don't know Japan or the Japan culture here. Dude did not have to steal my entire flow. God damn. Aren't we friends in here? So that shouldn't I be able to uploads by friends? This one? Yo, that's red. I think it's a little bit back heavy and the cape kind of, and I would have ditched the cape, but like, I think it looks good. Yeah, good build. I like Yami's design just because it feels like it's a Gundam, but not a Gundam, but it like, it's the regular RX-78, but like, done differently. Like a progressed version, like the RX-70s, like the RX-82 or something. And I can appreciate how this look, how they had, I can appreciate what they had to do to make this work. But, like, that's just a scene from the anime. Save that for the diorama contest. It actually legitimately bummed me out that the diorama contest is not happening at the same time as the build contest. You know? Because it's like,
yes, sir.
I wanted to go ahead and have 100% of the achievements on this game already. Come on. I wanted to be done. I wanted to have this thing sorted. Also, I renamed this Gundam to the Crimson Flare Gundam because I just felt like that was a cool... I feel like I could probably find better legs for this now. like I have to have that to this. I feel like I might not. I think somebody showed like the Build Strike Gundam legs, and I thought those looked alright. Like, I feel like there should be something that has those, like, calf thrusters built in already, so I don't have to use builder parts for it. Like, that almost feels it. An excess gun with it, that's just too much. Freedom Gundam. I still haven't bought the two new suit for the couple new suits they added. It's just, to be fair, I just feel like they aren't like big, ooh, fix this kind of things as much as it is like, hey, my taste just differs from your taste. And that's okay. We're allowed to have differing tastes. It's not going to be any of the GMs, even though I love the GMs. GM3 is too bold. Goose. Not gonna be those. Ah, yes, give him luscious thighs. No, there's something. Or there's gotta be something in there that already has the, like, calf thrusters. Skip those. Ah, yeah, this was the one that they used, was the Gundam DX. I'd have to rearrange the colors on it. Yeah, but I don't really dig those, or the shaping. I get the gun those without the swords attached. I just like how simple the F91 is. I feel like that's just a good, clean. Whatever. I actually really like the look of this model. Like, I just think it looks cool. I want to power it up so that way it's, like, decently, visible. Also, we are in a open, so, like, if you would like to join, you can. I will probably just be doing random quests until I get various things, or until I just have a high enough level of parts to trash into this thing. Okay. I don't think my actor. I've done. Let's do. I feel like grinding for this type of stuff is not the fun part, which is a real shame because I feel like I should be just sitting here and enjoying some of this stuff, right? All right, Naku, have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I could have probably gotten away with not scratch building that head. It does feel like I just took the build of Strike Gundam's head and it's like, hey, what if I made it needlessly complicated? But isn't that the point
Double rainbow.
of the freedom of Gundam?
What does it mean? The best defense is a good offense.
I don't know how to pronounce that name, but also I might be tabbed into shot spots. I might have been tabbed into OBS, which would prevent that from happening. Hello! Here's the RGB mode that you're looking for. Look me in the eyes and see what you see. Tell me what you see. There's more, but like, you gotta take my shirt off for that, and I don't do that without being paid first. Or, you know, unless I'm just showing off. Mostly because, you know, showing off is fun. Thank you. I built it all myself. So I live for the, like, oohs and ahs of it all. My brain wants to call you Ju. I don't know why. I think it's because it's translating the 8 into a B. How you doing?
Okay, next one.
We're running with an open lobby right now, so if you are also playing GB4, feel free to join and show off whatever builds you have. I'm currently just farming up some pieces so I can make the Crimson Flare Gundam that I entered into the event better.
Keep an eye out for those
because
targets.
low-key, kind of digging it. It feels way cooler than my, it feels honestly way cooler and way more in line than what I use for the actual campaign.
Take that.
I wish we saw some more, like, custom gunpla in the missions, you know? Like, why did they should have let some developers just go ham with the character creation of it and be like, yeah, but here's some trash mods. Have fun.
Oh dang, that one's super strong. Ta!
Dang it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that is the one thing that new Gundam Breaker had over Gundam Breaker 4. Like, overall, Gundam Breaker 4 is better, but, like, I don't know. We don't get to see all the customs that, like, CPUs should be able to have. It's all just suits that we've seen from the anime. Except for the named characters.
Dang, they look strong. But we won't back down.
Ta!
Wait, I forgot, I can do this.
Firing!
I could just go, I could turn on God mode. Why bother?
Hey, we did it!
You know what? Fair enough. Well, so Gundam is supposed to be about the moral gray areas of war and how it damages and scars both sides of it. Like, no matter what, if you're a soldier in a war, you're coming out with problems. This is not that. It is and it isn't. This is playing with toys based off of that series, known as Gunpla, which is Gundam plastic model kits. And so this whole entire system is supposed to be like, oh, hey, we have a virtual reality system that lets you build model kits and fight them, because it's fun, and we like doing that. But basically, it's just one of the most popular mecha series from Japan. It's great. Highly recommend.
This is the mission.
If you actually
desk.
want my personal recommendation on it, and if you like giant robots in Dragon Ball Z, allow me to show you
Coming!
over here. Bull Fighter G Gundam. It's fantastic. It's basically Dragon Ball Z with giant robots. They got super moves, they can go Super Saiyan, and like, look at these designs. Come on, tell me that's not hilarious. This one's a windmill. This one's name is Tequila Gundam. I will spout the praise for G Gundam Fighter so long, or till the day I die. It's so goofy and silly, it's great. It truly is like the epitome of like, hey, can we just like throw this at the wall and see what happens? And it just, everything sticks. It sticks the landing in
make a
so many
choice.
ways.
Coming!
Oh my god. It really is, especially because it's one of those or like mid to late 90s anime. So it's got some jank to it. You gotta appreciate the jank. Let's be real. If you can't appreciate the jank of older anime, then why bother? What kind of mecha and robots do you know about? I'm gonna guess something in my brain says Transformers. At least that's what I hope, because Transformers are right. I like Transformers too. I'm basically here for any giant robots. Or cool looking suits, like armor and all that jazz.
Alright, it's go time!
Oh. We're gonna be fighting giant bosses, and I don't have any moments. It'll be fine. Yeah, nothing threatening about the giant avocado. It's
Yikes, this thing
actually, that looks more like a bell pepper.
Got you.
Eat this!
Yeah. Dang it.
You ever see a bell pepper do a flip? Probably how you can tell it's not the freshest, right?
Yeah. Could someone give me a hand?
Huh?
Here I go.
Fair enough. You just gotta find one that you're into. If you're just in it for the aesthetics, that's honestly all most people are into it for.
Got you.
Let's be real. We first eat with our eyes before we do anything, any form of media. So it's not like,
Yeah.
why do you think it's so important that VTubers have great looking
Hit 'em
models?
hard.
Well, leave it to me! What?
Oh, no way.
I won't lose!
I won't stay down. Let's go.
I probably could have done this mission faster if I was just farming parts.
Fire
It's
it.
probably also not a really good mission for farming parts. It's a boss. It's certain boss missions. Now that I think about it out loud.
Yeah!
Bullseye.
Whatever, we're already in it. We'll do it. We'll finish it. It'll be fine.
Nice! Let's keep it going!
Beans. Alright. Who are we up against? Regular good old RX-78. We love him. Oh, appreciate that. Oh no, it makes this even better.
Watch it.
My
Those
model.
kinda rough.
Thank you for the follow, man.
Got you.
You know what makes that whole comment even better?
Ta.
So, I made my model myself, right? And naturally, if you're an artist and you make something that's supposed to represent you, you're going to make it look kind of like you, because that's what it do. And so, this is hearing that you like the way I look and like the way I sound. It's a confidence boost. Because hey wait, that's just me. You like me.
What?
Gotcha.
Back in business.
Why don't you try this? Oh no! I won't lose. My gun was.
Yeah, you missed it earlier. I was actually working on another model for another VTuber who won one from a raffle that I held on Twitter. And I was just tidying up the final details of the cape that the character wears, and it's pretty. He's pretty good.
Can someone heal me, please?
Hey, you know what? That's what I bring it for. Just so that way I don't have to heal out of the CPUs. Complain about needing heals.
Take that.
Yeah.
Got you.
And we just happened to be at the part where it's like, hey, I'm done. I can work on this, or I can play this. I can take a break.
Hey,
A
no.
break being let me break apart these giant model kits. Let's be real. Hey, that was only 2 bosses. Are you kidding me? That's it. I was all set for 3 rounds. You kind of want to make something else new. I cannot get away from the want of, like, building and making and creating. I feel like I should throw some guns onto this one just for shits and giggles. Just so I have some extra, like, opportunities to do stuff. I feel like I could do a little bit better, like skills and stuff. Do I have anything on the arms? No? Hell yeah. That's what we like to see. So I know I mastered Distant Crusher. So just so that way I can do this. Yes, it is. It's a cartoon that originally came out in the 80s. If you know giant robots, you would know Optimus Prime. This would be the face that you'd see if you're thinking Transformers. And if you think Transformers and think, oh, this guy, you're on the right track. Yeah, they're just giant robots that turn into vehicles of such. It's great. And if you're a big appreciator of giant robots, then you should definitely appreciate Transformers. Because that's what they are. As somebody who appreciates a good toy, they're like 3 in 1 toy, or they're 3 toys in 1. And I love that about them. Because it's like, first of all, it's an action figure, right? Like, cool. It's a cool robot action figure on top of that. So you can do just regular action figures type stuff with it. On top of that, it's a vehicle. So you can turn it into a car and then just like ride or drive around with it like. It's great. It's good childish fun. And so that's 2. And then the third part is it's also a puzzle toy. Because if you lose the instructions, you gotta now figure out how to transform this thing properly. And that's great too. And it's just one of the best parts of it being a toy. You know? As opposed to like a regular action figure, which you can only do so much. Love it.
This is the Mish coming!
Gonna end up doing a whole bunch of these missions real quick, just so that way I can have all these parts to just throw into the wood chipper, essentially. Great. So what kind of giant mechs are you into? Or are you just a fan of mecha and robots in general? Just like the idea of them. It would have been only for the sake of making it work within customization mods. Because I think the double Zeta Gundam definitely loses something for not being able to transform into its wave rider.
Here we go!
It would be that, or you'd have something limited, like with these mastered parts.
What? I won't stay down.
You know?
Let's go.
Where you'd be flying around as basically a scan blue giant vehicle.
Yeah.
Dude! What do I get? I got... I pushed some buttons. Buttons did not push right. What do you get? Tell me. I would like to know. $300 Transformers. That's got to be something like a Masterpiece Optimus Prime, right? Was it MP44? Or was it... Was he a cool guy? Did he get, like, one of the third-party ones?
Leave it to me!
I like seeing Tao just run around in the back.
Yeah, stage complete.
I've broken a few Gundam squirrels. I'm stealing their parts to add on to my own. Or throw into the wood chipper so that way they power up the parts I have. I recently, ironically, as much as I love Transformers for the fact that they, transform, I recently bought a non-transforming version of one of my favorite Transformers just because it's solid red and white. It's just a solid red robot, you know? And just wanted something around that size scale, and it's should be coming in the mail soon, but it's coming from China, and it's gonna take some time, and it's a pain in the butt. No. I mean, the microplastics are like just extra flavoring on top of these on top of the parts.
Oh, this one looks tough! Huh? Eat this!
Bullseye.
It's like, come on. As much as they are so delicious, the parts are what you really want because that's what's got the skills. I feel like if you kick something in the chest and its head pops off, you're probably not kicking too.
Next one!
Ah, fair. I feel like I've done that to my friends too, where I'm just talking about something that I got, and they're like,
Well, they look
And
pretty
I'm-
tough.
As long as you're there to be excited for them whenever they are excited, I think you did a good job of listening.
Ta! Got you.
Damn!
Yeah.
Nick!
Gotcha!
Yeah. Yeah. Got you.
Does that star burning knuckle not grab?
Hey, we did it!
Can't wait till they add more story missions to this through the season pass. Hell yeah, dude! Point him at me if he's on too, because then I'm excited to talk about it with him. I love toys. Love those kinds of things. Those are the things I live for. Come on. It's just a good tip, not even for Gundam Breaker. That's a good tip overall. You can get a wire connection, you should totally do it.
This is the mission coming!
Let's see here. Everything there is done on hardcore. Why am I doing it this way? Because. Me. I find it kind of lame that if you beat a mission on a higher difficulty, it doesn't auto-complete everything. That's like one of my mild, minor complaints about this.
Let's do this!
Like, that should just be a standard for any game going. Oh, you beat it on the hardest difficulty possible? Well, you didn't beat it on the lowest difficulty possible, so clearly we can't tell if you would be able to. So we're gonna withhold all the achievements for that.
Take that!
Bullseye!
What was that though? I just kicked the shit out of him. And I liked his legs. Him then do it.
Yeah! Bullseye!
Neither am I. I like it in theory, because of that same part of my brain that likes toys, right? The inner child likes it, right? Because it's essentially just cartoons.
We're in the groove!
But there's a certain culture around it where it's like, I don't want to go out and watch it. I just like seeing the stuff. I like the cartoony elements of it. Are you one of those people too, like me, where it's like I can't sit down and watch like an actual thing?
Oh no! I won't lose!
Like, it's one of the weirdest parts about talking with my coworkers, because one of my manager will actually be like, yeah, so I was watching this show, and he'll assume I'm watching shows too. And I'm just sitting there like, nope, don't watch shows. I've seen an episode or two of what you're talking about, and I kind of get the idea.
Got you.
So I'll just end up watching clips and stuff of the various shows to the point where it's like, hey, why don't you just go watch the show? I'm like, I don't have the time.
Here it comes! What?
Huh?
It's not great. I think TikTok has done some irreversible damage to my brain. Just in that regard of attention span.
Yeah. Let's do the next one.
It is what it is. We can live with a little bit of brain damage. I wasn't using the whole thing anyway. Just the parts that were sitting there holding on to the nostalgia bait things. And they, ooh, shiny.
Oh man, here they come. Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
I might be over leveled. Just a tad. Having a max level weapon, I think, would do that.
Mission cleared.
It'd be great if this game had. Most stuff we get is the bounty hunter site. It's not the same. But yeah, just let me go kick the ass of some computer-controlled other player guns. That'll be great.
Welcome!
That's
This
It's
is
fun.
the gun. Please make a choice.
Oh wait, that looks rad as hell. GN art. Ooh, wait, is the Gundam Exia actually really cool? And I'm just like blinded by my hate for it because it's like overused. Dude, one of my favorites to ever kind of exist. He literally just wanted all the missile ones. One of my favorites, as far as like dubs versus subs goes, is Ghost Stories. That's like one of the few anime that I've actually sat down and watched, and that's literally just because it's the official voice acting cast was basically told you can say whatever you want as long as you don't change how they beat the ghost and you match the lip flaps. If you do that, you're golden. I'm like, all right, bet. If you go and watch like any of the Ghost Story clips, they are hilarious. Ghost Stories. Pull it up. Ta-da. Looks like this. And like, hold on. Dub, videos, and we literally just need one set of clips. There we go, 4 minutes. We love Ghost Stories. It's so bad, but so good. Man, I'm pretty sure you couldn't say half that shit back whenever they made it. They just did it because they thought it was funny. And you know what? We stand that. Telling me you don't stand that? Oh, come on. Wait, I can just give them... I can have an entire team of me? Yes, pilot my mech because I am narcissistic. You know what? No, I want Artal to pilot one. Ha ha ha! You can pilot the tiny one. Hello, coach. How's it going? Shot spots. Yes, you can be me. And then your friend can also be me, but like little. Dude, it's great. We love the when the inside voices meet the outside voice, it's perfect. And you can't tell me it's not. You just drop some of the savage, most funniest things that you can possibly say. And then you leave everybody else in the VC just like... And it's like, damn, oops, I didn't mean to make that out loud. Yeah, we vibing over here. Good old comfy stream of the day.
Let's give him a show.
Breaking apart other toys. Oh, thank you. That was one of the reasons I wanted to make my own models, so that way I could have the most accurate tracking to me.
We can
as
take them
possible.
together.
You know? Because, like, there's only so much you can do with having a model
Your end is near.
not made for you.
I have you.
This'll do the trick.
What's this? Regrouping in formation.
Uh-oh. That's not a way to get ahead in life.
Got him.
Plus, you know, I can add whatever random bullshit I want to it. Like, check this shit out. I take off the controller. Ta-da. And I don't market myself very well. And, I don't market myself very well, and also, this is a hobby. I don't need to be bigger. You know how hard it is to try and keep up with in a chat whenever it is like 100 or 12 different people talking at the same time? Talking to 2 or 3 different people at the same time? That's the perfect amount right there. Anywho. So like, one of the cool things I can do, one of the stupid things I added is this thing right here. It's a pair of nunchuck pans. A panchaku. I love it. And if you do the bonk redeem, you'll understand why I have a pair of panchaku. Also because it's like, see. Also because it's a weapon in one of my favorite games, which is Dead Cells. And that's just it's a fun little Easter egg, a gift, a treat. Yes, it is! And that's the fun part, is like, I get to add stupid shit whenever I want to do... Actually, I wonder, does this still work in... I can also add stupid stuff like this. This isn't stupid as much as it is cool, but like, it doesn't get used as much as I feel like it should. But you know, it happens whenever. And then I can just make my own costumes. Like, this is my casual costume. I also have... Second. We also have Sir Recoil, the Knight, for whenever I play fantasy games. And the normal outfit, which is Recoil in his superhero costume. Because, you know, we gotta have the fancy duds. And the cool part about the superhero, the knight armor. And boom. That's how you can tell we're cool. You got me monologuing. That's the best part, right? And then, last but not least, whenever I'm feeling a little bit more on the villainous side, we have the villain counterpart to Recoil, High Caliber. Which is a bit... All of these models have almost all the same functions, it's just different flavors. It's like Goku in Dragon Ball Z games. And then, you know, we have the casual outfit, just because. Sometimes I'm just chilling, and I don't want to be wearing... I want to feel casual and approachable. I do need to make a pair of sunglasses. I feel that in my soul. I need a pair of sunglasses that just like does the deal with it thing. Actually, if I did a deal with it, like redeem. Like, should it be these, or should it be the pixelated sunglasses? Or just like regular sunglasses. That would be the only thing I'd be questioning. Because I could definitely do that easily enough. We're almost at the end of stream. Don't add things at the end of stream just for shits and giggles. It'd be funny. You're funny. No. We're fine. We don't need anything. We don't need to do it for the meme. It's fine. We're good. Just gotta beat up these other mechs and then we can call it. Is my head off? Damn.
I have you. Got it.
But the funny, yeah, which is why it'll be there eventually. Only downside to being that kind of person who's like, hey, wait, let me have a thought and make a thing real quick, it'll be funny. The thing that you think is going to take 5 minutes to make invariably takes like hours to make. And then, if not days. And then you're like, what, this was just supposed to be a joke, what the hell? And you are no longer, by the time you're done with it, you're like, I didn't think the joke was on me.
I have you. Bullseye.
And it's just, it's not a fun feeling whenever you turn yourself into the joke too hard, you know? I could always just take the glasses off of Maid. That would probably be easy.
Turn to rust. Strike through. You're finished.
Oh yeah, no, it's just, it ends up becoming a big thing and then you're just like, oh god.
In my sight.
Like, I had the plan to be done with Gunmontaigne's model,
Give it everything you've got.
like,
I have you.
a week ago.
Yeah.
And then I'm still sitting here with it in my lap and just like, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, yeah, I gotta do the rapid kicks, come on. Are you not here for the ASMR of me kicking toy robot butt?
Well done. A successful mission.
I genuinely don't see how the ASMR community exists. If you've ever been to a Super Smash Brothers tournament and listened to those controller clicks? Yeah. One of the things I could genuinely do, here, we're just hanging out and chatting, and that's the whole vibe of this stream. So if I go to Unity Hub, so check this out.
How have you been?
Fact. So the way 3D modeling and all this stuff works is, I wish there was just a quick game button. So the way that all this works is like, I do a whole bunch of stuff in Blender, right? Then, once I'm done with Blender, I export what's called an FBX. FBX is just a generic 3D model file that contains various information like materials, rigs, meshes, all the stuff that you need to make a 3D model. But I have to pull that into Unity because what stuff like VC Face, VR Chat, and like whatever you want to use it for, typically doesn't want to use a VBX or FBX format, right? Because there's nothing telling it to control that model, right? So we come over here into Unity, and convert it from an FBX to whatever form that the like target format is going to be. And part of the conversions of those forms is not necessarily just, oh, let me open it in Unity and hit save as. No. You gotta add extra information to it. So materials is one of those things that you can control there. I'll show you exactly on my model whenever it opens up. I'm actually really lazy and I just have I have one Unity file for making all the VTubers that I've worked on. Because I'm like, I don't want to have to reset up this environment. So like we've already got, this is technically the prototype version of Gonbuntain. So that way I could see how his face tracking worked. And let's see here. So if we're looking at my casual outfit, ta-da! Dude, it's great. Here's the best part, learning random bits of information and then forgetting those random bits of information. Like, hey look, I learned a thing! And then it's gone. Let's see here. Materials. Hold on. Casual. There we go. Casual material. I use all the same materials in CAD V1 and or V2 and V2 and V3. I'm lazy. I don't remember that. Yeah, that's just again. It's just because I'm lazy. Because okay, when you set up a Unity file for V2 or for making a VTuber, right? You need to do several things. For instance, you need to have an add-in right here, which is a Uni VRM add-in, right? And what this does is it converts an FBX into an VRM form. And that's all well and good. It's not the final step, but it is well and good. And if you want, technically can go from a VRM straight to VR chat or VC face or whatever. Anywho, adding that add-in or adding add-ins to Unity sucks ass. They try to make it decent, but like it sucks ass, and I forget whichever add-ins I need sometimes. So I just don't. Other than that, I also have a certain set of materials that I have imported. Or like custom material properties that I've imported, which is using a material known as... It's a shader known as Poyomi, right up there, right? And it's a specialized toon shader just to kind of like make it work properly. Hold on. Something doesn't seem right. Let's see. We'll dismiss, or we'll stop ads for about 15 minutes. I can't do much past that 15 minutes, but whatever. We're also getting pretty close to the end of stream, so it doesn't matter. Let's see here. Casual glasses, there we go. M glasses, that's what I thought. What are these? Oh yeah, so I use a Poyomi shader, and adding a shader to Unity is also a pain in the ass. And so rather than trying to make everything and re-import everything and try to figure everything out with every new character model I want to import, just throw them into the same file. Because I can export each file individually. Anywho. Where the hell is this? It's clearly not. There it is. So like if I wanted to take these glasses and make them non-transparent, I should just be able to do that. It's great. Then I can add some specular to them, make them shine, and boom. We got good transparent glasses. Or semi-transparent glasses. And I can set that to an animation. Give me 2 seconds. So, Here's what we're gonna do. Do, 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 do. And my boys are gonna shock you up. Shit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add an animation. We're just gonna call it sunglasses. And this is gonna be super easy, by the way. So then we hit save. Ta-da, we've added a new clip. Now what we do is we just come down here and we say, we hit this record button all the way over to the left. And then your model will move, no big deal. Just zoom out. Or you just reposition until you find it. And then whatever, Unity's a pain in the ass anyway. Unity's a pain in the ass to work with, especially with draw distance. But we can do this real quick. Go over to our material. Go over here, change the alpha from 20 to 100. And there, now it's an animated property. And realistically, I'm going to set that to like, yeah, shock it. We'll set it to, we'll set it to be 100% fake. And then we'll come to our lighting. Toggle on stylized specular. And realistically, that should actually just cover it. Like, we don't really need to do much else. It'll add a white specular light to it, and then we can hit stop recording. And then turn off the preview, it'll go back to its T-pose. Now, I need to add this animation that I've just created to this list of animations that I have, right? Now, just because I don't want to actually add a new shape key to it, I could. It's not that hard, actually. Let's go ahead. So, if I want to add a new shape key, I would choose my blend shape avatar right here. You'll see a whole list of them. And then I'm just going to create new blend shape. Sunglasses. Easy peasy. There's not an actual shape key tied to it, so we don't have to do anything more than just create the blend shape. Come over here, add a new animation by clicking the plus. Tie it to scroll down until we get the sunglasses one. It's gonna be at the very bottom, so you guys can't see it. So we got that. Then after that, we go over here, we click this little circle button that is on the edge of all of our animation clips. And then we look for sunglasses. Boom. So now, if I go into the tester mode, which is just by hitting the play button, it'll take a moment to load. And then we can just hit sunglasses, and it should turn them to black. I don't know why they are not transparent anymore whenever the model opens. That's a weird thing, right? So and it's one of those things that you just typically do not want to mess with the animate. You do not want to mess with those types of properties all the time, because you'll end up breaking some stuff if you aren't careful. So, for example, this is also why we need to come over here and test things. Yeah, so like the default for it is not set to the correct color. And so it's breaking it. That's what's happening. At which point, all we gotta do I think just set a default state somehow. I feel like we can do that via animation. But this is why I would... Problems like this is why I would create a separate prop to make this different, or to make a completely different set of sunglasses. So I don't have to animate the material, because if I can avoid animating a material, I will. Because animating a material is a pain in the ass. Anyway, that's its own thing. What the hell? See, I should be able to fix this. I bet it's because it's a looped animation, and I didn't think this one through all the way. Yeah, that's another thing. Looping stuff is a pain in the butt. So let's see if that may fix it. Oh, what aspect are you trying to learn about Unity? Because I'm not gonna say I'm the most knowledgeable, but I know it enough. I know my way around Unity. Because if you're trying to learn Unity for game design, you should definitely look up Brackeys. He doesn't post videos anymore, but he has a very in-depth tutorial, and that's how I figured out most of my Unity. But he's also way more into the programming element of it, as opposed to just the screwing around elements of it. It's weird. It's like whenever I try to... It's a good thing, or it is a strong tool to use to develop video games. One of the best things I like about it is that you don't necessarily need to know how to program in order to make a game using Unity. You can usually just go and find various snippets of code that have already been made and developed, that are already built into Unity in and of itself, that are all just done already. And so you could just you could spend more time making than you do actually like doing development. And that's fun if you're more of an artsy-fartsy type person. I'm honestly more of a technical minded person, so learning the coding helped me a lot. I think it legitimately helped me get the job I currently have. Other than that, it's a good tool. And if you don't expect to go supremely big with it, it's definitely worth it. That being said, Godot also exists. And the only reason I say it's helpful if you're not planning on going super big with it is because Unity has some kind of scummy practices as of late. I do not know why this is turning white. I got nothing. I'm probably not gonna stick around with this then. And we're not gonna save it because I don't want to have this model be broken the next time I use it and then have to figure out, hey, how did I break this? Anywho, that's about 3 hours of streams, and Twitch is pestering me for ads, and I don't want you guys to have to sit through ads. So let's wrap this bad boy up, huh? So, you're new here, you don't know this, but I like to wrap up stream with saving 10 cats. Because, you know, this number up here, that's not the amount of cats that I save. That's the amount of cats that y'all save. So, the 10 cats that I save during stream are, for example, cat number 1, this thing that looks like grandma. Cat number 2. We are not off to a strong start. They're just a bunch. We got a couple of weirdos. But we're heroes, so we don't care what they look like. We're still saving. Cat number 3. Does it count as a... Does it count if the cat's already dead? I don't know. I feel like that's some weird legal ground. Cat number 4. Again, does it count if the cat's already dead? Did I save it from a ghost trap? Was it stuck in a ghost tree? I have no idea. Cat number 5. I summon Blue Eyes White Cat in attack mode. I do wish I had the stats for it now. Cat number 6. Rescue Cat! Here to save the day and help us, well, moreover, help us save the day. Cat just said no. Cat number 7. Munch. This is actually one of the first cats that I drew whenever I got my tablet. Cat number 8. Gatomon. We were talking a lot about Digimon earlier, so I'm not surprised you showed up. Cat number 9. You want to see something cursed about this one other than his weird man face? He's got abs on his chest. Look at that. Ah, man. That's a weird cat. I don't know how else to describe him other than he's a weird cat. He's here to watch you. Look at how he's looking at that one. That's a corner of weirdness right there. And last but not least, cat number 10. Look, sir, I get it. You were doing pull-ups. I'm sorry. You can go back to doing pull-ups. I won't save you again. It'll be fine. Anywho, those are the cats we saved this stream. And until next time, which will be tomorrow. Tomorrow, where we'll be playing Elden Ring with the Bad Times virus. Keep being heroic, and have a great rest of your night. Peace. Also, yeah, I was 100% rushing the ending there, so that way we could, you know, raid out before we have any ads come across us. Because check it, you guys got like a minute. Hold on, we can do this. Actually, there's nobody, I don't feel like there's anybody to raid right now. So, we're just gonna call it there.